I wanted to talk about self-doubt for a moment because as I was doing my scripting this morning, I got a really interesting insight when it comes to self-doubt. And it was really cool because as I was writing out certain positive statements that I am intending to experience, all of a sudden the feeling of doubt crept in. And the moment that it crept in, there was this message that came with it that I am in your body, that I am like this hidden energy that is in your body. And so self-doubt is actually nothing more than an energy that is just occupying space within your physical body and your energetic bodies. And the reason why that it's there is think back to whatever incidences or circumstances, situations caused you to feel self-doubt. And in that moment when you felt that self-doubt, or in that moment when you were put down or told, or rejected or told you weren't good enough, in those moments is when we accumulate these feelings, right? There's a very sudden, very quick, visceral feeling that we get when we are rejected in some kind of a way, right? And then when we're rejected in that way, that rejection, the energy of that rejection creates this self-doubt within you. And the ego, I have been studying this now for a few days, the ego actually starts to develop within the child. So the first 7 years of life, we are absolutely so incredibly pure and innocent. Of course, your external world, your environment is molding you. It starts to develop and be molded and shaped based on your experiences, based on how your parents treat you, how teachers treat you, how society teaches you, your siblings, whatever, right? And every experience that you have that sort of robs you of your own identity. Every time you're misunderstood, every time you're not seen correctly, it starts to take away from your purity. It starts to take away and it starts to strip away the confidence that you are innately born with, right? And that confidence that we're innately born with, when you look at children, why are 2-year-olds just like, no, mine, everything is mine? Because the self, the ego is developing at that time. But when that gets shut down or shunned or where it gets distorted from people's opinions or how you're treated, it's really the absence of love, actually, that causes our ego to kind of go into self-destruct mode, right? And so the more absence of love that you experience, the more self-doubt you start to embody. And it was so interesting as I was writing my notes and doing my scripting, it was like I was in the feeling of that self-doubt for just a brief moment, but then this like light bulb went off in my head and like the puzzle pieces came together. And as they came together, I witnessed how I was like, wow, it's just a feeling. It's just an energy that's within my body. And the less attention I give it and the less I focus on that self-doubt, on the feeling of self-doubt, the more that I'm seeing cracks, the more it crumbles, the more it falls away. So you heal your self-doubt with love. And so the scripting that I'm doing, which is of course very loving, right? I'm putting so much love energy into my scripting, causes that ego knee-jerk reaction to pop the self-doubt up within me and be like, who are you kidding? You think you can have that? And it was an absolute full-on moment of awareness that I was having of how that self-doubt is not real, how incredibly false. It just felt so weird. It felt so false. And it is truly an illusion. It is truly nothing more than just an energy that sits in the body that got stuck there. You know what I mean? And so focus every time that you feel self-doubt pop up for you about anything in your life, about having anything in your life that is positive, anything that would make you feel happy. anytime you are feeling self-doubt coming up, just remind yourself that this is an illusion, that this is not real. Only love is real. And I'm only going to choose to embody love. I'm absolutely not going to give my power or my energy or my attention to these feelings of doubt, because I know it's not real. It is merely an energy that was stuck within me. It is merely a projection of my ego. It is a lack of love. Nothing more. Self-doubt is a lack of love. It is a lack of self-love. It stems, like I said, from traumas, from different experiences that you have had while your ego was in full development mode from a very, very early age. So don't let that stop you. Don't let that be the thing that gets in the way of you having everything that you deserve, everything that you want, because what I'm beginning to truly understand, and how, oh God, I received so many signs from Spirit this morning about how we truly write our own story. And like I said, as I was writing my own story, I was absolutely seeing everything for what it was. And the truth of the matter is that only love is real. Don't question that. Just accept it and know that it is true. Know that it is the only vibration that actually makes this entire world beautiful, right? The opposite of love is fear, right? And does fear make our world beautiful? No, it does not, right? Only love does. So keep connecting, keep plugging yourself back in, keep pulling yourself out of self-doubt. Every time it pops up, every time the feeling or the thought pops up. And for me, it was a contraction, and I felt the contraction in my power center. It was in my solar plexus chakra. So the third chakra, the yellow chakra, it was in there, and I felt a contraction there for a moment. And I realized, I was like, whoa, okay, so there's still some of that programming within me. There's still some of that sort of ego wounding that is still present, and it wants to sort of flare up. It wants to make itself known. So I acknowledged it, I noticed it, and then I was just like, yeah, but I don't need that. I don't respond to that. I don't resonate with that any longer. It just is not who I am. It is so not who I am, and it is not who you are. So don't let self-doubt get in the way of any desire that you have that is of love. Any desire that embodies love, that means you receiving something good that is truly meant for you, that you deserve. Do not let it get in the way, because it's going to try really hard. You don't need to be in protective mode anymore. You don't need to cocoon yourself and wall yourself off, especially from all of the beautiful things that life has to offer us. And as a final note, I just want to quickly say, I've been watching a lot of Princess Diana documentaries, and it was interesting. It was like her energy has been really coming in for me lately, and it was a very, very interesting video that I saw. There was a channeling that I watched actually with her, and it very deeply resonated. And what she had said is, life is a brief chapter. This lifetime is a brief chapter of your existence. So embrace it. Enjoy it. Can you please allow yourself to enjoy it? Because, and she's so right, because it really is brief. It really is magical, and can be magical if we choose to focus upon that magic, if we want to embody it and want to embrace it. So let yourself embrace it and really start completely revamping the way that you look at yourself and the way that you look at your life. Cultivate love as much as possible. This world needs it. You need it so desperately. So cultivate love within yourself, and just know that everything beautiful and wonderful wants to come to you, and you allow it in through not paying attention to those self-doubt feelings and those thoughts. And when those feelings and thoughts do arise within you, just take a moment and say, thank you. I don't need you anymore. Bye-bye. That's it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Like and share with a friend if you feel someone needs a little boost to get over self-doubt. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.